Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Anahil Rimor Jawali. I am a student of Rehan School Gringi campus. Today I am really excited to have this opportunity to talk with you today. Thank you for joining, Ma'am Diana. It's a pleasure to have you here. So, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so very much for this in the here and now. I love living in the here and now, and having seen your request for the interview was very surprising, to be honest. And I'm more than happy to be here. I'm also curious what it is about because there is no rehearsal, and I always show up empty. So happy
All
to
right.
support.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure. So, before moving on questions, can you please introduce yourself for my viewers?
Absolutely. I am Diana Elena Matei, aka the Intuitive Coach. I support women with whatever transition they have from the place of fear to the place of love, operating from one to the next one. It's a whole process, and I'm always enticed and blessed to actually witness the transformation taking place. With every client, with every person, with every friend that I have. And yeah, that's. I mean, I could go on, and I could say how awesome I am and so on. But honestly, I believe who wants to see you for who you are, they will see you nonetheless. I am here, I am present, and if there are any questions, by all means.
Thank you so much. I have questions. So now let's move on to questions. My first question is on your screen. Can you share a bit about your journey and what led you to become an intuitive coach?
Sure, I love this question. So, my journey, well, my journey started 88 days before I was born. Joking, and not really. Um, Being an intuitive coach, it has nothing to do with being a medium. I know that sometimes it's a common misconception of attaching intuition to being able to communicate with the other realm. Yes, you may do so by becoming your own channel, but I really and truly believe intuition is that inner voice that so many of us choose to drown, choose to bury, choose to ignore, and move forward against it most of the time. My journey started after my brother's passing. I was a child myself at the time. I took it pretty hard. My faith in God just disappeared because I thought that there is no such thing as God if He can allow an angel to die. So it became about almost a 2 decades journey of rediscovering and reconnecting with, first of all, my intuition. I would always know things, feel things before they even happened. But in my home country, they would see this as, how should I put it mildly? Well, let me say it as it is, as devil's work back then. So, yeah, I would not really talk about it. I would not really speak anything out loud. And especially because there is this matriarchy slash patriarchy fight that's going on at the moment. And I know it's seen as a fight because it's been for millennia. Funnily enough, I believe that it takes a lot of time if you are not ready. Unless you are ready, don't attempt um, to pretty much do anything. Because readiness is a state of mind, readiness is a state of consciousness. And if you decide to listen to your intuition and move forward on anything, then that is your sign. Yes, you are ready, move forward. But if you are questioning yourself, is it going to work? Maybe not. Oh, maybe I'm not good at it. Don't, because you already started with way too many doubts. Reach out and ask for support. Ask for someone, ask for support from someone who you admire, from someone who you see moving forward. One step, it doesn't have to be, I don't know, someone who you might seem as untouchable at the time, yes, because we are all human beings, but the perception is all we have when it comes to riches, not so riches, love, not so much love, and so on and so forth, yes. And this journey of distinguishing moments, when to talk, what to talk, how to talk, unless you are ready for it. And believe me, sometimes you may not be ready, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Take your time. Take your time to reconnect. Probably if I would have been pushed into reconnecting with God at that time, probably I would have never really um, rebuilt my faith. Probably I would have never believed in God again. Who knows? It's a probability. Maybe I would have way later on, but I had to have my own journey to restore my faith, and then to encourage others, knowing that I'm not the only one who's been through that. I know so many people who've been through losses, but it's a perception. Once again, it's a perception of loss. What do you perceive as a loss and why? It all starts there. And once you are ready to rebuild yourself, to rediscover yourself, to look for the light that you really and truly are under all those layers of conditioning and programming since you were in your mother's womb, then go for it. Then you are ready. Then yes, take the next step. So that's my journey has been plenty of rock bottoms, and those were the ones that supported my growth. Pain is essential. Suffering is optional. So yeah, what led me here? It's my desire to literally support others who are stuck into a place of fear, into a place of grief, into a place of depression, to see past that one step at a time. You cannot, of course, do this and, oh, yes, I'm all love now. Yes, you are. In your essence, you are love. You are love, Manahel. Everyone is love at their core. But sometimes we just forget that and we have to rediscover ourselves.
Yeah, ma'am, you are right. Absolutely amazing answer. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this wonderful answer. My next question is for you. What role does grief play in personal transformation, and how do you support your clients in navigating their grief?
That is a powerful question. I believe grief and any kind of rock bottom, because it can be a rock bottom, is essential into rediscovering yourself. It's essential into rediscovering the relationship with yourself. When you're saying grief, when someone is passing away, yes, and you're mourning that person, you feel like it's something you lost, isn't it? You feel like you'll never be whole again. But what you're actually missing is the memories you you wish you would have created. You're mourning the time you wish you would have had with him, which could have been so much more. Time you have had, but you have not prioritized that person or yourself for that matter. Time to create those memories. And even more, memories, those memories that you could have created, but you didn't. What you also miss is their presence on their birthday, upcoming birthdays. You could have celebrated life, you could have celebrated their life, their presence in your life, but they are not there anymore. Hence, the feeling of loss, hence, the feeling of why is this happening to me? And that to me already comes from a place of victim because you feel like something happened to you, but actually it happened for you. It happened for your own growth. Sometimes that, as hard as it seems, nothing, absolutely nothing can prepare you for the death of someone dear. Okay? I want to specify that from the very beginning. Even though you know they are going to die, or even though you feel they are going to die, even if the doctors are telling you they have 24 hours to live, okay? The moment it actually happens, nothing can prepare you for that moment. Absolutely nothing. And I cannot stress that enough. I witnessed the light dimming from my brother's eyes as he went. So nothing can prepare you for that. And it's okay for you to go through all the stages of grief. But allowing someone to support you navigate that grief. Again, you cannot do it unless you are ready for it. My own mother wanted to help me navigate through it, but did I allow her to? No, I didn't, because I didn't know how to deal with it myself. And I was a child and I blamed God. I blamed everyone who would laugh around me. Like, don't you know my brother died? Why the heck are you laughing? What are you laughing at? All I did was being angry all the time and allowing that anger to build and build and build for years to come. And then become a trigger in different areas of my life. And then become a self imposed limit unconsciously on my own progress. Navigating through grief takes time. Some people can navigate it within 1 year. They can integrate it as part of their life. Some people need a decade. Some people need their whole life. And some people are just that into that. They are so connected, so aligned with the divine that they accept it then and there. I'm in awe of those people. I myself, I don't feel I'm one of them. I don't feel I can accept it straight away. I feel like I have to navigate through it first, and it takes time and the will to open up. That's how you are getting help to navigate this.
That's a very, very inspiring answer. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the very inspiring answer. My next question is for you. Can you share a success story of a client who transformed their life through your coaching?
Sure. I'm actually going to share the first one, the very, very, very first one, when I myself, as a coach, was so afraid. If you are a new coach and you're in the beginning, rest assured, you are a human being You have to also navigate your own fears. Every coach has a coach. So when I started it, I actually gave a lot of complimentary sessions away. I just wanted to see more people. I wanted to learn more about their stories, what created those stories, and why they kept perpetuating their life journey. So, a success story would be, I'm going to call her Jessie, let's say, close enough to her name just because I don't want to reveal her full identity. Um, when she came, all she said was she's feeling lost. She doesn't know where to go, what to do. She's like in need of a compass, but yet she cannot trust herself in any way. She feels like whatever she does, it's the world against her. The world is against her. Everything happens to her. Everything is bad. Everything, like, let me say this way, her way of seeing life at the time was from the lowest point of fear, depression, and plenty of anger as well. She was angry to anyone and she would blame anyone in her life for her failures. Okay. And now I would like to also ask what failures are for you, for each and one of you, because failures are different for everyone. But what really and truly failure is the result that you choose what to do with further from there onwards. But she was stuck into these failures, and what she was perpetuating was more failures because she was afraid of doing it again, and that's what she would do again every single time. Eventually, as we started digging a bit deeper into her past, of course, although coaching is focusing on the now to create the future, I also take a deep dive into the past. I have to understand what those triggers are and when they were created, how they were created. Once I understand that, I can ask the right questions that make the mind of a person, that creates a thought in that person's mind, that creates an idea. Okay, it started then, but why it continued into the now? What can I do differently? So, those questions, when they are asked in the right timing, they create insights. From that point onwards, that insight that the person has at the time Jessie had was a powerful breakthrough for her because she became so much clearer onto what she wanted to do further. And the clearer she became, the easier was for her to determine her next step on her road. Now, you may think like, oh, clarity. I mean, doesn't everyone know what they want? No. No. Sometimes this is the main question that is not answered truthfully. What is it that you really and truly want? When I ask that question, they come with surface answer at first. But the more we dig, the more we dig deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, we realize that, oh my gosh, there is so much more. There are so many more layers to it. And that's the more you rediscover, the more you peel those conditional layers, the more you rediscover your true self, and the clearer you become on what is it that you really and truly want to do. And when you know that, don't focus on the how straight away. Focus on the why. Find your why, because the moment you have a powerful why, it's so much easier to experience powerful transformations. And having someone next to you to support you, to encourage you, when others would just complain or probably be, oh my gosh, I mean, are you sure this is going to work out for you? I mean, really? And no, not when you are in the beginning of doing something, of creating something, or of becoming your best version. Put up healthy boundaries for yourself first.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Your answer is so amazing. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your very amazing answer. I really appreciate your answer. I really appreciate your work. You are doing so well. So now let's move on to next question. My next question is for you. What advice do you have for someone who is struggling with grief but is hesitant to seek help?
I love the question because, well, I was one of them. So it relates to me. The thing is, once again, unless you are ready to ask for help from someone, there is literally nothing that someone can do to help you because you will not allow that support to come through. But one thing you could do is literally listen. Listen to someone else who's been through that. Learn. And whenever, absolutely whenever, you feel at your lowest, say a prayer. If you don't believe in God anymore, if you lost your faith because of that, then speak with your friends. Start there. But if you don't feel also comfortable or safe, start with journaling. This is my main tool for anything and everything. Journaling. Journaling is your thoughts materialized on paper. Journaling is when your thoughts are coming to life on a piece of paper. Journaling is your emotions being revealed. Journaling takes you so much deeper. And yes, you probably don't have the right questions at the time to dig deeper. But as you journal, you yourself are going to uncover at least one layer of pain. And then you will discover that this suffering you're going through, it's optional. That is your choice. That is your decision. Suffering is not something that you have to deal with unless you want to. Pain is inevitable. Most of the time, pain is inevitable. When you have your heart broken, when someone is leaving you, you feel that abandonment, that rejection, that not good enoughness, and so on and so forth. But being stuck into that pain and creating mind movies from it, that is suffering and that is optional.
That's really fantastic, fantastic message advice, and thank you so much for sharing your insights and experiences with us, Ma'am Diana. It's been incredibly enlightening. Before we wrap, do you have any final thoughts or a message? Do you have any 4 to 3 words you would like to say for my viewers?
Absolutely. You are meant for more. Each and one of you. You are meant for more. And that doesn't mean that for more, it means that you are not good enough now, or what you're doing is not good enough, or what you are is not good enough. It means more. And that more, what does it mean for you, first of all? When I'm saying you are meant for more, I mean, right now, how many of us are actually living their best life, creating the reality they want from a place of love while stepping into their power and claiming abundance as their birthright? How many? That's a question that I would love for you to ask yourself. And if you feel you're one of them, journal on that. Absolutely journal on it. Why you are where you are, what brought you to this point in the here and now, and what can you do to close the gap between where you really want to be, and are you happy where you are? If you are happy where you are now, then can you bring even more happiness in your life? Can you create even more happiness? And can you share that happiness with others? But if you're not happy, what stops you from creating more?
Yeah, ma'am, that's a very beautiful message. Thank you again, ma'am Diana, for joining me today and for all the work you do to support and empower others. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. So, to our listeners, thank you for tuning. And I hope you found this conversation as inspiring as I did. If you are interested in learning more about Ma'am Diana and her work, be sure to check out her website, social media channels. So until next time, take care and stay connected to your inner self. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me your precious time. Bye, love. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you.